Hi, I'm Bernie Flynn. At New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Company, we believe that all citizens need to be informed about the important issues that affect their daily lives. That's why we're proud to support programming produced by Caucus Educational Corporation and their partners in public television.
Creative ways to make learning fun. Next on Caucus, New Jersey.
Funding for this edition of Caucus, New Jersey has been provided by the PNC Foundation, which supports early childhood education through Grow Up Great, a multi-year initiative to help prepare children from birth to age 5 for success in school and life. Barnabas Health, Berkeley College, New Jersey Natural Gas, proud to support education in our communities. Johnson & Johnson, and by Fedway Associates, Inc. Promotional support provided by NJ Biz, All Business, All New Jersey, The Star Ledger, and NJ.com, Everything Jersey. And by New Jersey Monthly, the magazine of the Garden State, available at newsstands.
Welcome to Caucus, New Jersey. I'm Steve Adubato. You know, many folks are working to encourage enthusiasm in math and science for preschoolers, parents, and educators. Now, here in the studio to help us redefine the roles of parents and educators in these efforts are Dan Menelly, Vice President of STEM Education at the Liberty Science Center, Jennifer Schiffma, Assistant Director of Content at Sesame Workshop, Laura Overdeck, founder of Bedtime Math, and finally, Jacqueline Crawford, Executive Director of the Newark Preschool Council. Thank you all for joining us. Folks watching, you'll be seeing websites for all of these nonprofit organizations throughout this program. Take advantage. Let me ask you, Laura, Bedtime Math, this book right here, we've been looking through it as we get ready for the program. Fascinating examples of math equations that are fun for preschoolers and others.
That's right.
It's
really a movement to get kids ages 3 to 8 to love math so they grow up to become capable adults.
Why'd you write it?
It actually came from my website, which started coming from a routine at our house. For years, my husband and I have given our kids a math problem every night after reading a story to our kids.
Wait, back up. Why'd you even start doing that?
Well, we like numbers, and it's funny. In our culture, we all know to read to kids, but we don't think to do math. But we're number people, and we thought, well, we'll do both. I mean, if we're pushing literacy, we should push numeracy. We should make it fun and make it part of playtime and make it part of the routine. So for years, we would roll in a little math problem after reading a book at night. And when my third child turned 2, he ran in one night yelling that he wanted his own math problem. And that was a big wake-up call for us because we realized we had a culture in our house where math is like dessert. It's a treat.
Well, one of the ones I love here is the popcorn one. It's called Pop Culture. As I show this, hey, Bob Morris, our great director. Surprise, Bob, here it is, Pop Culture. This is about popcorn. I love this because we struggle in our house with our kids, 8 and 10 as we do the program, and our little one, Olivia, turning 3 in the fall. But they love popcorn. How do we turn popcorn into a math question?
The thing is, anything tangible that kids can touch or play with has math behind it. It has a size and shape. You can throw it through the air and it has speed. And that's really what the book is doing. The whole idea is that if kids love flamingos and chocolate and food fights, let's give them math problems.
Well, what do you do with popcorn? You say, okay, here, more specifically, I think it says if you've got, if you stick your hand in a popcorn bag and pull out 10 kernels, but 3 of those kernels never popped, how many good fluffs of popcorn do you get?
That's right.
That's great. Even I knew it was 7.
And then the explosion factor is good too because the kernels expand to be 14 times their size. So I think the big kid problem is if you start with a cup or 2 cups, how much do you have once it's popped?
But devil's advocate, why do we have to make this fun? By the way, you guys have been doing it for a long time at Sesame Workshop. Why do we have to make it fun?
It's so important because math is everywhere and children are naturally interested in the subject matter. You know, sort of like what Laura was saying, math can be incorporated in cooking, whether you're exploring different units of measurement and counting the number of spoonfuls of flour you need for a recipe. You know, math is when you're doing laundry and matching socks together, whether it's based on the size of the length of the socks or the pattern or the color. It's doing math when you're in the playground and using chalk to design different patterns. It's all around us and children are naturally naturally excited about the subject.
Is that why Sesame Workshop has this math is everywhere concept?
Yep.
Is it everywhere?
It is. It's in everything that we do. Even if you're at the doctor's office, it could be a great math moment to say, let's count and see how many children are sitting in the waiting area. It's at the grocery store when you're online and saying, well, let's compare the different sizes and weights of these fruits and vegetables. It's in everything that we do, and it's taking advantage of these math moments to help children continue to be excited about the subject.
Jump in.
What we find in our preschool children is that we can take the simplest setting in the block area and create a problem. How many blocks can we stack before the blocks tumble? And the children, that becomes an experiment for them. That's math. So when we have the children involved in a way, and they don't even know it's math, they are creating the foundation. Another thing that I'd like to say is when we can bring the parents into that mix to understand that math isn't the genius subject, but it is really something that we can all do, we think through, we teach our children to create from a very early age.
What happens? I'm interested, it's fascinating to hear the three of you, and then I'll go to Dan. My wife and I know we're not alone in this. I know that we have said to our kids, well, we were never good in math. What are you making a face for? Just because you're a numerologist, or what do you call yourself?
Well, I trained in astrophysics, but now I'm a mom.
Oh, you trained in what?
Astrophysics.
Well, excuse me. We did not do well. Neither did she. It's part of the reason we're together. It's not a good thing to say. We were not good, and then you say it, and then you're working on the homework, math homework. We're struggling. They see we're struggling. We express it, not good.
Well, we know more about the way kids learn today. You
Go
know,
ahead.
that's your experience and you own that, but today, because of the work, brilliant work, Sesame Street, science centers, they've done research on the way kids learn. It's much more experiential now. The context is different. We have a fresh start, you know, and it's incumbent on us to act on that knowledge that kids will come to math if we create an environment where it's engaging. You're talking about the blocks and the stacking.
Talk about Liberty Science Center. What's going on there?
One of the most popular exhibits we have now is called Block Party.
Yes.
Block Party?
Block Party. It's foam structures that lock and fit together, geometry. They're large, bright blue, three-dimensional spaces and tubes. It's such a pleasure to watch the kids. They don't want to leave it, and I've seen kids return 2 days later, and the mother says to me, I promised we could come back to the block party. But if you look at it through a prism of math and pedagogy and learning, you say, oh gosh, they're cubes and they're stacking, they're making predictions, and the tumbling over, that sense of what will happen, that excitement, that we're doing an experiment, it's math. So it's kind of sweetening the pot, adding layers of dimensionality to these experiences, making something unknown, something for them to discover. So,
before you go any further, your husband's background.
He's a mathematician.
Yeah, okay. Just need to clarify that. You knew that early on? First date, did you know that?
Yes.
And he knew about your background?
Yes.
Okay. Explains a lot. It really does. Sesame Street.
Yes.
You guys started so much of this, didn't you?
We did. And I agree that sometimes there's this misconception that math can be too complex for preschoolers.
Oh, it's so hard, right?
Well, I
Keep
think,
saying that.
yeah.
Not good things happen.
Or that parents have this view, maybe a negative view, that they themselves weren't good students, and so they're not big fans of mathematics. But really, we know that children are naturally drawn to math. They're already doing math. When a 1-year-old, for example, gets upset because they want more cookies, right? Or one cookie's taken away. Or a 2-year-old holds up 2 fingers to show how old she is. That's doing math. And so children are already doing it, and it's just helping parents recognize how to take advantage of these everyday learning moments.
Do you think kids today are different, meaning that they learn differently and need different stimuli to get them to react? Do we need to teach them differently? And that they're, because you sound like you're saying they're more inclined to be responsive to a lot of these approaches to math. Or was it that we didn't do that 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever?
I think it's a combination of things. I think first we know that children will learn. They will learn what we want them to learn, or they'll learn what it is we do not want them to learn, but they're not a blank slate.
Right.
We then have to provide the environment for them to keep them wanting to be continuous learners. We need to engage them very early on and make it interesting. Now, interesting items can vary. It could be something that begins with a parent sitting down and looking at the Cheerios on the tray. That begins because now we're engaged in an activity, the parent and the child together. We know for young children that's an important attachment. But then we continue to move on, and with electronics now, we talk about the importance of electronics in our lives. That might also become a tool to use. I don't think we rule it out.
Electronics, so technology here.
Yes.
It's interesting because we see our kids engaged in technology, with technology. What is the potential here with respect to math?
Well, I think it's critical. It's important because once we move from concrete to abstract, and we begin with concrete in our preschool years, but if it's going to be the tool that we use for future communications, then why not connect it to how we teach children that 2 Cheerios plus 2, or whatever the objects are for, and then we translate that to the technology available for them as they get older.
Yeah, but here's the thing that I'm picking up that is confusing me. And it's not just our daughter, Olivia, who's playing. She was playing with this. Actually, it's my wife's iPad. And Olivia calls it her iPad because whatever she plays with is hers in her own head. But she doesn't have her own iPad because she's not 3. The point I'm making is she's playing with this game, and I was trying to figure out what the game was. We cannot help teach her math unless we know what that game is. Point being, we have to, as parents, get truly engaged in that game, in whatever it is they are doing, as opposed to saying, well, we'll do it at school, we'll do it at preschool, we'll do it in kindergarten, doing whatever that's going to happen, because growing up great requires much more parental involvement, as opposed to us saying, well, I'm not good at math. It's not going to work.
Learning is a social process. So I think that adding that dimension to it, I want to get to know you in this context and solve problems, the reading at the bedtime, also the elements of humor that your project uses so effectively, to get kids looking at it through a prism of something exciting and new and different, but the parent sitting down with the iPad and looking at it. And there's also data. A lot of online organizations are ranking these education applications, looking at them in terms of merit, what really works, what's meaningful. And the best ones actually ask the kid to interact on a higher plane, to take risks, and they call them a smart tutorial, where the kid can do a series of tasks on an iPad, and then the next task that appears is based on their understanding. That's very interesting with technology, but you're right. I think I like to see the parent, the adult, the caretaker involved in the process, bonding with the kid through it.
And you did it. You started reading math stories.
Well, we figured out very quickly with bedtime math that if we were going to get kids doing bedtime math like this, that we had to get the parents on board. And when we rolled it out, I had so many parents write to me and say, I don't like math, but this is helping me like it for the first time. And that's when we knew that we were on the right track, because if we're going to break the cycle and get parents who never liked math to raise kids who do like math, we have to break that cycle.
Let me try this example.
Involved.
Bob, check this out. Let's do the getting a jump on it. This is a kangaroo math.
Yes.
Does that work, guys? All right, I'm going to read this. Ready? Here we go. We ones. Now, this is interesting. See this over here, folks? There are 3 levels. And I believe, if we can use the term age appropriate,
Roughly,
we ones would be?
That's really pre-K. And then
Little ones?
Is basically kindergarten through 2nd grade, 3rd grade.
Big kids?
I'd say 2nd grade onward, depending on how advanced the child
Okay,
is.
I thought that meant middle age, but okay, wee ones. A kangaroo has 4 legs. How many legs do a mama kangaroo and a baby in her pouch have together?
Are you looking to me for the answer? It's 8 legs.
Little kids, if a kangaroo takes 3 giant leaps, and each leap is 20 feet long, how far does the kangaroo travel? Go ahead.
That's interesting for a little kid.
I'm having trouble.
That's interesting for a little kid.
Oh,
No, but see, but that's
hold on, I'm really struggling. Terry, our floor manager, stop laughing. You deal with it. Do you know the answer? 60. Well, you take over the show then. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. You know what? I froze right then.
So this is an
Something
important
happened right then. I froze.
Okay, so I'll tell you. So that is a key thing, is that parents do freeze. But the other thing is that, and we say this a lot in the book and on the website, that the whole point is for the parent to walk through the problem with the kid. 3 times 20 is not hard if you think of it as 3 times 2 times 10. Little kids can do 3 times 2 because you can do it right on your fingers. And we've seen kids do this. You know, but the parent has to not freeze up, and that's what we realize is very much part of our mission.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I have math fear.
Well,
I have anxiety about math.
Well, you know, you'll find this interesting. There's a study that showed that people who are afraid of math, when they do math, the part of their brain that lights up on the MRI is the same one as for physical pain. It actually hurts to do math if you're afraid of it. This is a very real thing for adults. That
the SAT portion, never mind.
But can you convert this to problem solving? That was my thinking, that if it frightens you or at the thought of it, then how do we solve this problem? It becomes a problem. And if it's 20 feet, then we start with 1, 2, 3, and the children are involved in that. And it's a process. It's a process, and they understand.
First of all, I'm going to have you jump in. It doesn't have to produce anxiety.
Exactly.
It shouldn't produce anxiety. And those of us who struggle with it, we have to get over it if we are going to help our children, number one, because we don't want our children to deal with it in that way. There's another part. Teachers. And unless you're the math teacher, by the way, are most teachers out there teaching in such a fun fashion, math in such a fun fashion?
You know, you'd like to think so, but I know that's why we've created these materials. The Math is Everywhere resource kit has an educator's guide to really show teachers how to incorporate math into their classroom.
What's wrong with flashcards?
Well, our point is that it should be integrated into everything that you do.
Just memorize it.
It's not about rote memorization.
Why not?
It's about hands-on activity and exploration. And going back to what we were just talking about, it's really the process. It's not necessarily about getting the right or wrong answer. It's about the because.
It's not about getting the right or wrong answer?
It's using math language and to understand the process and problem solve together.
So parents watching right now, teachers watching right now, you go to the store, you're going on vacation, and you say, let me make sure we use our time. It's going to be raining or whatever it is. I'm going to get those flashcards. It's August, whatever it is, and you want to get ready for school. No, I see the faces here. And you get the stack of flashcards, and you're going to work on them with your kids, right? You're going to get them ready for school. You don't like it. You don't like it, you don't like it, you don't like it. Because memorizing them is not truly teaching.
Well, I remember my earliest memories were counting games, but it was done, you know, in the pool, bouncing a ball back and forth. But, you know, the flashcards, at the time, that was what worked and what was manageable, but now there's so many other options. Last time I spoke to you, we discussed the concept of a fearless thinker. And it's funny when
was that on our science,
yes,
science program, right? Grow up great with science, right?
Yes, when I watch kids interacting with Laura's content, I notice their instinct is kind of opposite with some adults. They try the next harder one. Their natural impulse is to, they get the wee one, they want to try the next one. And then I also notice with big kids, they go back and do the lower level ones for fun. If we present them the questions and problems in a way that it's fun and curious, kids will come to it. I think that
they will?
I do. Teachers, though, very often don't have the conditions in their professional lives to really develop tons and tons of creative approaches, which is why it's so important to tap into things created by Sesame Street, Laura's work, at science centers, because this stuff is engineered to help strengthen these relationships in the classroom to say, we have found these tools that work well with kids, try them, build on them. And very often they become seed ideas for lessons, and teachers will say, I saw this great thing, I tried it with the kids, and then I think one of us discussed earlier that the kids very often come forward and say, I did this on my own and I want to show the other kids. That's really what I meant by learning as a social process. They form a community around this, and it's a lot of fun.
I love the idea you described, the critical thinking. Math involves critical thinking, as opposed to, let's just do our times tables. That's important, isn't it?
Right. Working both with adults and kids that I've tutored, for instance, when people add and they have to carry the one, there's such a big difference between memorizing that you have to carry the one versus really understanding the added numbers that are coming out to more than 10.
What's the difference?
Because one, you're just memorizing a rule, and if you work that way, you're then going to have to memorize all of them, and that is very stressful. Whereas if you really get what's going on, you never have to memorize. You just dive into the problem and you know what to do instinctively. There's a very big difference. They talk about little kids. There's a difference between just being able to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and memorizing that versus really understanding what 2 is versus 5. Really having that gut feeling for it.
Jump back in.
Which is greater, which is the smallest number, which is the larger number,
Right.
using the flashcards to point out 7 objects plus 2 more objects, and now how many do we have, so that they begin to visualize a concept and understand that math is not an isolated subject, but clearly it's integrated with everything that we do.
So hold on, I want to be clear. You're saying if we use flashcards, there are ways to use flashcards effectively.
I think we have creative teachers who thirst for more interesting ways to use some of the traditional materials that we have. Remember, we say to parents at home, we want you to be creative and support your children in their math. So if they do have flashcards, or if we make them together, parents make them together, then how can you use them with your children? And they began to understand the idea that it's a concrete understanding first, then it moves to the abstract.
Let's do this, and then a few minutes we have left. Tell folks exactly what kinds of valuable information the Sesame Workshop is offering right now.
Sure.
Put your website up as you talk.
Okay, so all of our materials can be found on sesamestreet.org/math. And so we have a wonderful kit supported by PNC, Math is Everywhere, that provides an educator's guide. It gives teachers great, useful, concrete tips and strategies to incorporate math into the classroom, as well as a guide for parents. We love to say how wonderful learning moments happen both inside and outside the classroom. And it's making these strategies relevant to parents and teachers, and to help continue to get kids excited about the subject, and to show that math is all around and can be incorporated into everything that we do.
There's no excuse. So really, a parent watching right now, we want them to actually start slow. They can go and get bedtime math, right? For any child ages...
You say 3 to 8 to
3 to
start.
8. The book is written at any level for a child 3 to 8, because again, each example has 3 different levels, as we talked about, right? You do not have to have a passion for math the way you and your husband do. You just have to have a passion for your kid.
That's right. And you just need a tool and a place to go. It's when you're tired and it's the end of the day and you're a parent putting your kids to bed, you don't want to have to think this stuff up. It's great to have it right there in a fun format with a glow-in-the-dark cover. To get the kids, if you go in a closet,
Hold on, is that true?
Yeah, the stars glow in the dark.
No, they don't.
They do.
These guys, shut out the studio lights. And that's true. It really does that.
Yeah, it does. And because again, we want kids to flick off the light and see it glowing and have
That's
that be
so
their
cool.
favorite book. That's what we're trying to do.
What's been the reaction of your friends, the people around you, when you started telling them, hey, you know, first of all, you're telling bedtime stories, you know, math bedtime stories, and then you're going to write a book about it?
Well, when we started, I actually rounded up a bunch of friends to say, hey, I'm going to try this email every day. Do you want to be part of the test? And tell me how it goes. I'm going to send out a math problem every night. You give it to your kid and tell me what happened. That's literally how this started, like with a dozen friends.
What'd you get
in
back?
town. The list doubled in a week because everybody started hearing about it and wanted to be on it. And the other key thing was that people said within a few days their kids were bugging them for a math problem. And that was very eye-opening because these were silly things about, you know, frogs and
Fun.
water fights. Yeah,
Fun.
exactly.
No reason it can't be fun.
And also, kids love attention from their parents. So it's like, hey, mom's letting me, dad's letting me stay up an extra 10 minutes to do this. And kids really reacted so positively. We've seen that with the book reviews on Amazon. People say, first time they rolled out the book, the kid was like, eh. Within a couple days, the kid was asking for the book.
Bedtime math, great stuff. I want to thank you all very much. Great public service. Thank you.
Thank you.
The preceding program has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence, N13 for WNET, NJTV, and WHYY. Funding for this edition of Caucus, New Jersey has been provided by the PNC Foundation, Barnabas Health, Berkeley College, New Jersey Natural Gas, Johnson & Johnson, and by Fedway Associates, Inc. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. Caucus, New Jersey has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.
At Barnabas Health, nothing is more important than your health. So we've assembled an enormous array of resources to heal those in need of care. Doctors, nurses, amazing technology. Yet for all we do to heal the sick, we do as much to strengthen the healthy, with innovative programs designed in the hope that you won't need our extraordinary medical care in the first place. Barnabas Health. Life is better healthy.